What did you say?
So this is really good.
How did you finish your food so quickly?
It was really good.
Whenever you're ready to leave,
It can be hard to get the coleslaw with just a fork. With one hand.
so when you're in here, see that little icon right there? In the text box? See this? That little thing? Click on that. You can type in anything. And you, like, type in, like...
How is everything over here?
Good.
Delicious. Thank you.
Do you know if more migrants will be joining?
I don't know. I haven't really watched too much news about that. I just saw a little bit on TV the other night. I didn't really see the whole thing.
So, like, last weekend, like,
I hope the migrants make it okay. They're about 1,000 miles away. From what I've heard, they may be near Mexico. Or in Mexico. I'm not 100% sure. These migrants are people just like us, you know. Who's gonna pay for them? Well, non-profit organizations could do that, and the government can also do that.
They're not. It's going to come out of your tax money.
Well, I don't see why the government spends so much money on defense. Yeah, but it's not like ISIS. It's not like ISIS is going to get a bunch of helicopters and decide to fly all the way to the United States with those helicopters, and it's not like Israel is going to invade us. And
Hard to say. What about our own homeless children living on the streets?
we should care for them too.
We didn't do it yet, though.
But let's not be xenophobic.
What does that mean?
Let's try not to prioritize. How do I put this lightly? Let's try not to say that people from other countries are worth less than our own people. I mean,
Which won't be America. We don't think we have more other people than our own people. And when it comes time to vote, we'll lose control of our country. Right? Wouldn't you agree?
why would we lose control of our country? We've always been a melting pot of immigrants.
It's just a big influx of people. Well, you know, we'll have a Islamic dictator running our country.
Islamic dictator?
And we're Islam.
Isn't that just fear-mongering? Isn't that just fear-mongering? I think it is. I mean...
We got a lot to fear.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, scary things do happen. There was that horrific shooting at a synagogue.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was bad, wasn't it?
I saw that at Baba's on the flat screen TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you hadn't seen that before?
No.
Huh.
And there was also someone who shot up a Kroger supermarket, killing 2 people who were African American. And you know, before he did that, he tried to enter a predominantly African American church. Let's not resort to violence. We already have approximately 300 million people in our country. 7,000 more is not going to do much harm. And besides, I think letting these migrants that are in our country would benefit us because, you know, all of the different countries are becoming increasingly interconnected these days.
Where did they originate from? The deepest part of Mexico?
Where did these migrants originate from? I think South America, I think. That's just a guess. I can't tell you the exact country because the odds of 7,000 people all being from the exact same country is extremely low.
That's true.
I mean, the current president is panicking over 7,000 people.
You drive out just for them?
How are you?
All the time I come out.
Where does it end?
It's not like the United States is the only country migrants want to come into.
That was delicious.
There's also Canada. I'm sure migrants would also like to go to Canada. They have single-payer health care. And Norway was the first country to get single-payer health care. We should have single-payer health care. And we still don't.
What does that mean, Paul? That term?
Our health care could be better.
Oh. What does single payer health mean?
I think that means government-funded health care, I think. Healthcare funded entirely by the government, I think. Or maybe the government subsidizes healthcare. I'm not sure what single payer means. Maybe I should research that.
That's reasonable.
I know we have our own unique characteristics as a country,
Yeah.
but we're just another country in a whole big world. We have no right to say we're the best country in the world, because you could argue that any country is the best country in the world. I'm sure
everybody thinks all countries the best.
Yeah, and that's the subjective view. There's no way you can objectively prove that the United States is in fact the best country in the world. In fact, that extends to every country. You cannot objectively prove that any country is the best in the world. And the mindset that any country is the best in the world probably led to all sorts of wars.
I would agree with that.
The Roman Empire thought they were the best in the world.
Hey, Ty's okay if I have a shirt?
Sure.
Thanks.
China thought they were the best in the world.
You still working on this? You want a box?
I'm still working.
Okay. All right. No, that's fine. I'm going to leave this. There's no hurry. Do you want some more to drink?
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't want you floating away.
Is that okay? Thanks.
I don't think they have desserts.
It says so.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Fitzgerald.
Oh no, I was gonna get a dessert.
Yeah, they benched him. They benched him. Benched him in the third quarter. Why would you take 4 interceptions? Who did? No, Wilson.
Well, just getting it in the drinks.
Gregor, baby.
Ooh, that's good. Nice and spicy.
Yeah. Got a bit of spice to it.
It's good.
I can't understand why there is so much anti-immigration in this world today. I mean, we're all people in the end. I guess when things are wrong, maybe it's easier to blame someone else than yourself. Instead of you being at fault, everyone else is. Thanks.
You're welcome.
But you know what? Things aren't that bad right now. I mean, we have a good economy. And all the terrorism we've experienced recently has been caused by our own people. Not by immigrants. I mean, the guy who sent all those bombs, he was an American. From what I know.
He had a funny name. Though.
3 times a week.
His name was Seesaw or something. That makes me think that he wasn't. You think?
Yeah, and also the guy who shot up that synagogue was also an American.
Yeah.
Do you know what he said? Right before he started firing, he said, "All Jews must die." That's what he said. That's such a horrible thing to say.
That was bad. That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I would agree with you. That was pretty bad.
I mean, I know Israel doesn't exactly treat Palestinians like first-class citizens, but still, the Jewish people have a right to practice their religion. Everyone has a right to practice their religion.
Let's see. Yep, you're right, honey. They do. That's very true.
I don't like how our police shoots at unarmed African Americans. And they should try not to shoot at armed ones either.
That's true. That is true.
I don't like how Israeli troops shoot unarmed Palestinians. What?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not right to shoot at people.
Right. Yeah.
Be careful.
Pretty well, huh?
Yeah, though I do want to get to some dessert.
Well, we'll see if they have any. I'll just give her that for now with the thick color and then just,
Okay.
we'll see, okay?
Did I show the bill?
So, don't you?
Not very well.
That was for you. Oh, yeah, that was for you.
I just had a bunch of veggies. I'm full.
Hey, you want potatoes good, buddy?
Yeah, they might not have it.
You want potatoes
They
good?
might have it this way.
You guys, got a knife? Cut it in fours. I need a knife.
Yeah.
Save me some cash.
They have dessert. I saw it on the menu.
Come on.
Well, but it's not dinner time, it's just lunchtime.
True.
Curveball.
Yeah, the menu they gave us.
I didn't see it. What did it say?
Perfect endings.
Oh, I don't blame you for that.
As for today's selection,
right after this.
Oh, it's just ice cream colored fire cake.
Yeah, I would like some ice cream. And plus, you could have a bite of the ice cream. Do you want any more shrimp?
Why are you full?
No, I'm not full. I just wanna be kind and generous.
I think I didn't do that right. Didn't tell you. What did I do? I'm not quite sure. I screwed it up. I'm like, oh, funny.
There's Patrick, my hero.
You know, the Buddhist religion is pretty good.
Is it? Why is that?
It has some good principles. But you know, one thing I don't like it when some practicers. There's a principle in Buddhism that you should do no killing. However, they take that principle to the extreme. To the point where they don't want abortion to be legal. They say you shouldn't get abortions. And that I don't like. Buddhists, some at least, I don't like that because they're basically saying that women shouldn't have reproductive rights. I believe women should have reproductive rights. It's their bodies, right?
I do agree with you on that point.
Good. That way they'll be
I
on the
agree with
ground.
your time.
That's good. Let them win this week. And I don't want them to win next week. Yeah.
I gotta make sure I post our selfie. I wish I could figure out how to do that again. That was pretty funny.
I mean, there are quite a few anti-abortion forces here in the United States.
Yeah.
But they won't win. Human rights will prevail. I mean, if you ban abortions, they're still going to happen no matter what.
Oh, you're right.
They'll just be less safe, just like how alcohol was less safe during Prohibition.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. They won.
This is pretty funny, Tyler. This is
Flag!
pretty interesting.
Oh, who's it on?
Did you find that feature again?
Let's see how I save it.
Oh, they're not happy.
What does this say? Oh, stickers. I'm not sure. Or maybe if I go like this, it'll be like save it. I don't know. How do you know if you like save it? Yeah, I don't know how you save it. This animal, no effects are available. Let's see what it does. That's pretty funny. Evergreen, what's this doing? What's this doing? I don't know if I saved it or not. That was saved. I wonder why the funny one didn't save that we did before.
Huh. Do you want to film me while I finish the coleslaw?
How you doing over here?
I'm
Good,
doing
thank
great.
you.
Can I please get a dessert, Mom?
If you want one, sure. She already did our bill, but we're like, sure, we can just.
I have chocolate mousse cake. I have funnel fries. I have ice cream.
Fennel fries?
Yeah, so you know like what a funnel cake is?
Oh!
Except for they're just like fries with powdered sugar. We can do a scoop of ice cream with that, with
Oh.
chocolate syrup, or just funnel fries.
Okay, I'll have the funnel fries with a scoop of ice cream, please.
Okay,
Works for you.
I will.
Sounds
I
good.
will. I will let Glenna know.
Do you have maple syrup?
Yes.
I would like maple syrup with it, please.
On the side. To dip,
On top of
or
it.
instead of the chocolate syrup, you want the maple syrup?
Yes, please.
Nice. Okay, that's the
That sounds
idea.
interesting.
I want to
Yes.
support Canada
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
because they got hammered pretty bad with tariffs.
Okay. That's
And I think
perfect.
they may have gotten a bad trade deal. I'll have to look into it.
Okay. Sounds
Excellent.
Sounds fine with me.
We will do that for you.
Thanks. Also, I haven't heard of a trade deal with Europe or China,
Oh no.
so we still have those going
Well,
on.
that sounds good, honey.
I hope we don't inadvertently scam any other countries with any new trade deals that are negotiated.
Probably not, honey. I think you're.
I mean, it would be pretty hypocritical of the president if he robbed other countries after saying over and over again that other countries are robbing us when they aren't.
I agree with you, Tyler. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I wasn't sure how we did it. So.
We gotta win by 10.5. We're really tight. There's 3, 2, and 1.
Pretty fun.
I would have doing the same. We got it. I don't know if we're gonna win, but no, they got it.
Oh, that's funny. It was really funny. One of them was really funny, wasn't it?
Oh, oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, get that put in and go so we can rock and roll.
Yeah, I already did.
Thank you.
Got it. Yep.
Do you want me to cover some of the bill?
You're okay, Tyler. I got it right here. I'll just see how much the dessert is.
Okay.
Because I only got $20 left. I can't give you any money this week, but
You don't have to if you don't
we
want
ran
to.
out, right?
Possibly, I guess.
What is it?
I said possibly, I guess.
Possibly, you guys.
You know, last night I came up with an idea for another Dan Hamming episode.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And it involves making ditties.
No way.
Oh, it involves making ditties.
Basically, Dan Hammond would get into a ditty war with his dad,
Oh.
resulting in some laughs and some trouble.
When you're smart, you say, put the wings in 7 minutes after I call you. So when I get in, I gotta wait a little bit longer.
At first, I wasn't sure if I should do it, but I think I'm leaning toward making it now. Even though I'm already backed up by 5 episodes, technically 6, because I still have to release the Red Lobster one.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have to finish it on the old computer, though.
Oh, then that's old computer's out of commission.
No, it has to keep working. Besides, I have to get some stuff off the old computer with a flash drive. And then I won't have to use it anymore. I'll keep it in the kitchen.
Bring your flash drive with you next time, and then we can spend some time at home and then.
Do you think next week you could pick me up?
I'm not sure, Tyler. I think I have to. I'm going to be practicing with KT for a band. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Does it still look like a bomb went off in my room?
Pretty much.
But you always have, so you might as well just adapt.
I'll be honest. Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, since day one, what's the review?
I don't know if I should go to the bathroom now. Should I wait until the building? I'll just wait.
I don't know what's worse.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Being a lightweight or being a
Why do we still carry out the death penalty? Many countries have abolished it. According to my knowledge,
I'll be back.
only a handful of countries still do it. I think we're the only Western country that still does the death penalty.
That's why you did. Yeah. That's the truth right there.
Hey, take it easy.
See,
Be safe, right?
Yep.
I need more drinks so far.
What is that?
What are you gonna have?
I have probably repeated all of these thoughts several times, but they're just my opinions.
I have only Budweiser on tap. Only Bud's on tap. You said Bud Light.
Yeah, that's the dude.
That's a
No,
capital on top of
you guys have that. Which one? Dude, what if I kill him?
We should have strong net neutrality rules.
Wait, Nick was supposed to be on John.
That was the dude.
It seems kind of odd to have two
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
agencies that enforce immigration laws.
Maybe you can do those.
When both of these agencies can go inside the country. Abolishing ICE would make immigration enforcement more humane and more efficient. We wouldn't be spending so many taxpayer dollars. And besides that, I've heard some pretty bad things from ICE.
Oh, yeah, that dude, he's the bullshit.
No, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm perfect. This is gonna be the rest of the night. I'm gonna drink a couple
It was
beers.
delicious one time.
Just one more
Yeah.
grill.
Ooh, I liked my food. It was good.
Really?
Really liked it.
When do you think you'll...
Oh, you probably want to wait till after.
Yeah. When do you think we'll be, when do you think I'll be going to your home again?
I don't know.
I would
Where's
like
the
to...
other jacket that Gladney got? Is it in your dorm room? Or Dad's?
Yeah, it's in my dorm room. Perhaps I should... Perhaps I should start wearing the other jacket.
Oh, it's comfortable. Unless the other one's dirty.
We're in people, I mean, no. Yeah, not really. Nick, let's go see her.
Yeah, but I think the other jacket might be more progressive because it has some extra culture points. And it's still rainbow tie-dye. And besides, I have those pins, those buttons. Do you want any of these plastic swords?
He likes to party and get sick.
The lights weren't on here before. That must be their private event area. Their party room, so to speak. Oh my, I nearly wasted this. What's so funny?
Just my friend KT.
I thought you liked this place.
I do. I do like this place. Why, honey?
You used to spend all your time here on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to. I had some band stuff to take care of, so I was kind of trying to make sure I communicated during the day. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I once spent a whole camping trip watching YouTube videos, so it's okay. A whole camping trip while I had outdoor education in high school.
That's good money.
Fuck it. You didn't pay for shit. Give me that.
Say, do you think I should get my own job? I mean, I tried to apply to be a night desk attendant, but I didn't get the job because basically I didn't have enough experience. And I tried to become a senator in the Brockport student government, but I didn't win enough votes.
I'm sorry, honey.
And I tried to become president, but my VP kept dropping out for one reason or another, or became ineligible.
Wait, is this the...
I mean, I'm not just some kind of freeloader.
Oh, I know, honey. You're doing wonderful.
Perhaps maybe my job right now is to do well in school. Perhaps maybe that's my job, maybe?
Dude, Carrie would not be happy with this.
Have you seen the Skillshare picture I sent you?
I didn't. I'll look to see if I have it though, honey, okay?
Okay.